Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Thursday night edition of the Real Chat Daddy Show. I am your host, Chat Daddy. So glad to be here with you guys on our Friday, but it is actually Thursday. It is the fourth day of February 2021, and it's the fourth day of Black History Month. So we're so glad that you guys are tuned in to hang out with us this evening. We have another great show planned for your viewing and listening pleasure. It is Relationship Thursday. Whoop, 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 whoop. One of our favorite nights of the week. And my wonderful co-host over there, the amazing Miss K. Renee of Karen's Nuggets. Let's give it up
Hello.
for her.
Hello.
Hello,
How are
darling.
you? Hi, sweetie. How are you?
I'm good, dear. I'm good. I'm good. It is our Friday, and
Yes, it is.
we've
Yes,
had quite
it
the
is.
busy week this week. We've had an
Haven't we?
interesting week. It's been
Oh
good.
my goodness. Yeah,
Yeah.
especially last night. I mean, I'm still, it's like, oh my goodness. I said in my nugget this morning that I'm gonna need to talk to Mr. Tony because I gotta get my body ready for summer. I said,
Okay.
my goodness, yes.
Yes, yeah, he looks great for
He
61
does.
years
Yes,
old. He
Lord.
looks, yes, he does. We want to thank Mr. Tony Hill again. We had a wonderful time
Mhm.
with him last night. We're looking forward to having Tony back on the show and hang out a little bit more with us. He
Yes.
did a great job last night. So
Yes.
coming up on the show this evening, we're going into the Dear Chat Daddy mailbag. Kay,
Yes.
Renee, and I both have letters that have been written and people want some advice on what should they do about their relationship dilemma. And so we're going to give our
Yes.
best advice tonight. And then we're going to meet a young lady who is paying homage to the late great Josephine Baker in honor of Black History Month. Miss Erika Jarvis is just an
Yes.
amazing choreographer, dancer, just businesswoman, and she has a lovely adult fantasy bra collection that she will
Yes.
be talking about and displaying for us tonight for everybody to see in time for Valentine's Day or for whenever you want to get down with your boo thing. Because look, Kay Renee, it's going to be so cold
Yes.
here in Chicago, baby,
I know.
that I had to open up my Cuddle Buddy waiting list today. I had to open I had to open it up. I had to, I
You
had
know, it's
to.
funny you mentioned that, Art, because it's just interesting how I'm getting these inquiries from strange men on social media. It's like, oh, hi. And I'm like, I don't know
Oh,
you. You
right.
know, and
Yes.
as you have a list, your list and my list are very similar, you know?
Yes. Yes.
So
Okay. Mm. Well, we do want to remind everyone that if you are living in the Chicagoland area or anywhere in the northeast corridor of the United States, we're expecting extremely brutal temperatures, snow. Please be mindful. Make sure you have adequate heating. If you're here in the Chicagoland area, you can always dial 311 and they'll be able to direct you to warming centers. Make sure you check on the elderly, your pets. If you have to go out in this, make sure you are bundled up and
yes,
be careful of space heaters. Make sure you guys have your smoke detectors working, fresh batteries, and make
yes.
sure you're not over, working sockets and things like that. So, Kay Renee, are you ready for the deep freeze?
You know, you can even though we're both native Chicagoans, I'm never ready for the deep freeze. But I guess I have to be ready for the deep freeze since I don't have a cuddle buddy. I have no choice. So
Oh,
thankfully, we have, I have a great big comforter and a big blanket. So we'll
uh-huh.
deal with it. And given that, what was his name, Willie, the little groundhog, and Woodstock
Yeah,
Willie.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That
You
that
know, he
that mug, we don't like him. We look that what? Why are we letting a rodent dictate our weather? I just don't
I
get
don't
that.
get it.
Yeah,
I
Woodstock
don't get
Willie.
that.
Yeah, no, I
I don't
think
get it.
look, Uncle Woodrow on Sanford and Son was able to tell weather better than that
Thank you.
chipmunk.
Hell,
Woodstock.
Medea can tell what the weather's gonna be like. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yes. Yes. So no, I don't understand why a groundhog is controlling how much longer winter will be, but just
Exactly.
absolutely. Well, we do want to remind everyone to be very, very careful this weekend for the Chicagoland
Yes.
area. They're saying that our bitter cold will last for about 9 days.
Well, at least, you remember now, and 2 years ago, we had what was
Right,
called the polar vortex. And
right.
I mean, it was cold.
Well, they're saying it's not going to
Cold.
be that cold, but
See,
it was cold.
if
It's
we
going to be
survive
cold.
if we survive the polar vortex, we can survive this. We just take
Okay.
baby steps.
Just baby step, little teeny tiny baby
Little
steps.
teeny tiny baby steps. That's
Little
right.
teeny tiny baby steps. Okay. All right. Well, with that being said, we're going to continue to take our teeny tiny baby steps.
That's
Before I
right.
give the COVID update numbers and all of that good stuff, you have anything you want to start off in the news with tonight?
You know, it's sad that even though we have a new administration, we still got to talk about 45. And
Do we really?
well, this
Okay.
impeachment trial is coming up on the 9th.
Okay.
And now the Congress wants 45 to testify in this impeachment trial. They feel he should testify. Now, his lawyers, his only two lawyers, because his first legal team said, we ain't dealing with these.
We
You
out of
got to
here.
go.
We
We
out of
out of
here.
here.
We out.
But the House really wants him to testify under oath, and he has until tomorrow at 5 p.m. to respond.
Mm-hmm.
So, as the impeachment manager,
Uh-oh.
Jamie Raskin said the response of Trump's lawyers to the House single article of impeachment disputed factual allegations in the
Mm.
charge and put critical facts at issue. So he's saying to him and to his legal team, if you decline this invitation, we reserve any and all rights, including the right to establish at trial that your refusal to testify supports a strong adverse inference regarding your actions and inaction on January 6, 2021.
Mm.
So they letting them know you can respond, you can testify, you don't. But if you don't testify, we're not gonna look kindly towards that.
Right. I get it. I do. I really, really do. I don't know. This is all going to be very interesting. My biggest fear is that a lot of these Republicans are going to be exposed once all of this comes out. And we're already living in such a divided country, you know?
I know. But you know what? What they say about the truth will set you free. I
Amen.
rather know the devil that I have the devil that I know and the devil I don't know. So
Right,
if
right.
if they're gonna be exposed, let them be exposed. It's high time now.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
time. So
Okay.
it will be interesting to see whether or not Trump can't hold nothing. He
Right.
can't tell the truth to save his butt. So
No,
let him
no,
be
no.
exposed.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. All right. Well, with that being said, thank you, Kay Renee, for that update. I'm
Hmm.
going to start with our COVID-19 update for today. Illinois public health officials said that 62,318 COVID-19 vaccination doses were administered in the state on Wednesday. So I'm starting with the vaccine dosage this time than the COVID.
Okay.
This is the second highest daily count since Tuesday, which was 65,166 people received their shots. Total number of vaccinations administered in Illinois at this point has now rose to 100,100. Wait, 100 and no, wait a minute, I can't say it. 156,453. I couldn't say that at first.
Okay.
Uh, and then Illinois public health officials reported today 3,328 new confirmed or probable cases of COVID-19 and 69 additional fatalities. This now brings the total number of infections 1,137,559, with the statewide death total of 19,444 people. So still a lot going on with that. I'm
Mhm.
noticing more and more people are going to go and get the dosage. Some people are saying that they want to wait for the single dosage at this particular point. I did notice that our numbers are dropping, which I'm really happy to hear that. Thursday, new case results from 101,307 tests. The 7-day average positivity rate of total tests was 3.4 on Wednesday. So our numbers are declining. Things seem to be getting back to normal. A lot of places are opening back up. So I don't know. We'll see. But people have got to still be very careful, Kay Renee.
Absolutely. And I'm sure you heard locally, well, even though it's local here in Chicago, but it reached national status regarding the teachers
Yes, yes.
because Madam Lori ain't happy. She's like,
No,
y'all need to go back to school. And I
right.
understand both sides. I
I
mean,
do too. Hmm.
I really do. You have teachers who are probably have multi-generational families. They probably have living with parents or individuals that have those sustaining conditions. So it's a very delicate balance. And you want to make sure, and we've lived in Chicago all our lives. We know some of those buildings
Right,
before COVID weren't
right.
as well maintained as they should
Yes,
have been.
yes.
So it's I want the kids to go back, but I want the kids to go back safely. I want the
I do
teachers to
too.
go back safely.
I do
So, I
too.
mean, I understand Madam Lori's frustration, but I'm sure they're gonna hopefully come to a happy medium because she's making because I saw the look on her face during the press conference this morning. I said, "Ooh, she gonna try to make these people go back to school," and it's
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
a
know,
look. Debbie Green said it's a mess. It really is a
hot
mess.
mess.
It is. Look,
Yes,
today when the mayor did her press conference talking about it, she took her hand out of her pocket and did like
right.
this. And I said,
Sounds
"Oh,
almost sound like
that
a
was a
gangster.
gangster
I'm like,
move. That was a
what?
gangster move." I was like, did she just gangster move? Did
She
she just
did. She
she
did.
did.
She
So
she was mad. So I mean,
I
the thing about it, I think under her watch, the CTU was under a strike. So not
yeah,
to say they
yeah.
don't want to do a strike, but you've got to. I understand both sides.
Right.
I really
Yeah,
do.
I do too. I really
And
do. But
and
we
the
want the
bad
best.
part are the kids. That's who
Yes.
have suffered the most.
Right. And that's what I was just getting ready to say, that we do not want our children to suffer any longer, because a
Right.
lot of our children they've lost it. This digital learning, this just looking at a screen all the time. I've heard the horror stories. We've had people share
Yes.
stories on here about the things that are happening in these kids' homes while they're
Hmm.
on. And then I wonder about educators who have children and their children are in school. Who teaches their children? You know
Exactly.
what I'm saying? So all of this
Exactly.
is just a lot to deal with. So
Hmm.
our thoughts and prayers go out to the teachers, and we've got to do what's right. Philip said, but those teachers that will take her to the
Her to the wall.
oh
That's
absolutely, and
right.
back and back. Hmm.
That's right. So
Yep.
we will just have to wait. What right, Miss Debbie? What did they do in 1918?
Right, right. Well, back then, honey, it was a one-room schoolhouse. It was right. 1918, when the original pandemic, who knows? I mean, yeah,
We wouldn't be talking first and foremost, okay? So,
right.
but they handled it basically. Like,
Yeah,
to
they
Debbie's
right,
point, they
right.
handled it. So we've got to handle this. And as
Yeah.
I said, I pray for the educators, the parents, the students. It's just COVID has really turned some things around, and I'm just hoping that a compromise will take place. But we'll have to wait and see.
Okay. All right. Very good. All right. Well, this coming Sunday is Super Bowl 55.
Double nickel, double
That's right. You
nickel,
know everything that is 55 is all
double
good.
nickel.
And so this is my Super Bowl this year. It is.
Yeah.
The Super Bowl is being played this coming Sunday, February 7th, 2021, at Richard James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. The Kansas City Chiefs will face off against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers for Super Bowl 55. Scheduled to be the halftime entertainment is The Weekend. Remember
Mhm.
Miss Dion? Was it Miss Dion? Yeah, Miss Dion Warwick talking about why is it The Weekend? Why is it on Twitter? Right? Wasn't it right? So yes, so The Weekend, for all of y'all trying to figure out what is The Weekend, he's a performer. He will do the halftime show. Remember in 2020, Jennifer Lopez and Shakira did the halftime performance in Miami, and The Weekend is set to take the stage at 7:30 p.m. Central Time, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, and that's on Sunday. And so the NFL has announced that Grammy nominated artist I think it's Church and Jasmine Sullivan will sing the national anthem together at the
Oh,
Super Bowl 55. And
okay.
yes, and previous singers of the Star Spangled Banner have included my girl, Miss Demi Lovato,
Yes,
everybody's favorite auntie, Miss Gladys Knight,
of
Pink,
course.
Lady Gaga, Alicia Keys, Whitney Houston,
Yes.
Grammy winning singer Her will perform America the Beautiful for this
Okay.
year. Yeah,
Well,
so that should be good, huh?
we talked about this briefly last night, just briefly, but to me, the best Star Spangled Banner, hands down, is Whitney. And the best halftime show, in my opinion, none other than Prince. That's all I
Yes.
got to say.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely,
So the
absolutely.
weekend has some big shoes to fill. He better bring it.
Right. Okay, so one of our viewers, do you guys have as who do we have as the winners? I don't know.
Well,
Right.
I used to be a football fan. I do know a little bit about football. I haven't been, catching up on the latest statistics of every team. Knowing
Mhm.
that Tom Brady is with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tampa Bay was part of the division with the Bears. They never would win anything. So now that he's over there, they've been winning. And now I don't know how long it's been since Tampa Bay has been in a Super Bowl, but it
Right.
will be interesting to see the master, Tom Brady, versus the student, Patrick Mahomes. Now, Patrick
Hmm.
Mahomes won a Super Bowl last year, and he is, those up and coming quarterbacks. So it's going to be, to me, defense wins games. So
Hmm.
whoever has the best defense will win the game. I'm looking for KC, but Tom
Oh,
Brady, don't ever count Tom Brady out. That's all I got to say.
okay. Well, whoever got the cutest uniforms on is who I'm going for. Right. Whoever, whoever got the cutest uniforms on,
Well,
that's who I'm going for.
even
And,
even though I'm not in a sorority, but I'm sure there are a lot of Delta Sigma Theta sorority sisters gonna be rooting for Kansas City because their colors
uh,
are red and white.
okay, okay. Well, whoever got the cutest uniforms. Now, will they have cheerleaders and all of that, or
They
because it's
should.
COVID? Okay,
What
so I guess the
they
cheerleaders will
should.
have their mask on and stuff.
They better have their mask on. How about that?
Right. Okay. All right. Well, we just want to remind everybody that if you are giving a Super Bowl gathering on
Yes.
Sunday, there's a couple of things we really want to talk to you guys about. We are a health and wellness show, and
Yes,
we
we
want
are.
to always talk about safety on this show. So if you are
Absolutely.
doing a gathering, now we are not co-signing it. We're not telling you to have a gathering,
That's
but we
right.
already know. We done seen the invites on social media. We know y'all
Hmm.
want to have people over. Look, we get it. We get it, but we want y'all safe. We want you
That's
really
right.
safe. So make sure you know what the rules and guidelines are for where you stay, of how many people can come over. Maybe it's 6, 10, whatever the case may be. But
Hmm.
keep in mind that COVID-19 can spread easily from person to person in close contact. So if you
Yes.
are going to have people, you may want to think about, it's going to be cold as I don't know what here, but you may want to think about
Hmm.
a patio, a back door, back someplace where air circulates, maybe an
Hmm.
open window. So, in other words, keep your ass at home. How about that?
Exactly.
Right. But we just want
Exactly.
to tell you now, if you're going to do it, we don't want you not to know the rules.
That's right.
Make sure you wipe down everything.
Hmm.
Make sure people are not just moving around your house. If you're going to serve food, do individual packaging of the food, individual
Yes.
silverware, all of that. No buffets. Some people do have people serve the buffet, just don't have other people interacting with the food. So it's best to do that.
Exactly.
And then take people's temperatures, make sure you have
Yes.
sanitizer, things like that in your home. And another thing, if anybody is sick, please do not come. Stay, away
Stay
from
home.
everybody else. Stay at
Right.
home, right? And don't forget social distance, wear your mask, and frequent hand washing if you
That's it.
must get together and have a Super Bowl gathering.
And to
Okay.
your point, if you're gonna have a Super Bowl party, especially if you're the host, make sure that bathroom is clean, spick and span, like
Yes,
nobody's
yes,
business. So
yes,
that
yes,
after each person uses it, clean that bathroom.
yes.
Okay?
Well, let me tell you, I tell you how I keep Lysol wipes next to the toilet. I
Hmm.
keep a can of Lysol next to the toilet. When Lysol became really valuable, I used the
Hmm.
off brand, but
Right.
and keep that next to the toilet. And every person who uses it sanitize as you leave out. Put a little
Yeah.
sign up, sanitize as you leave out. Yeah,
Very
that's all you
good.
have to do. Yep. Absolutely. All right. Well, with that being said, we just want to, make sure you guys know that.
Mhm.
Let's see. What else are we gonna talk about tonight? K Renee.
You
Uh,
know our King Chakala,
oh
Chadwick
yeah.
Boseman.
Chadwick.
I'm sure he's smiling with Cecily. Say,
Yes,
look
yes.
what's gonna be happening.
I
He
know.
has been nominated. He's already historic anyway, but he created history again with the SAG Awards.
I know. I know. What has he done now?
I mean, Chadwick has four nominations in a single year. SAG history.
Yeah.
All of them with the two films. The Five Bloods, which I saw. I haven't seen all of it. I had stopped to watched part of it. I hadn't seen all of it. I wanted to finish the movie. And of course, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. He's been
Mhm.
nominated for lead actor role for Ma Rainey, supporting role for the Five Bloods. I hope I said that
Mhm.
right. And
Well,
then
yeah, he
as an
came out.
ensemble cast for both movies. So he's been
Right.
nominated four times. Also with the NAACP Image Awards for those
Mm.
same categories four
Mhm.
times.
Mhm.
So I'm sure. I think if he wins, I really hope that his widow, Miss Simone, can will be able to have great. I mean, she's a beautiful woman and she's been very
Yeah.
gracious. But I'm
Yeah.
sure that's going to be very challenging for her win because I'm sure she's going to be the only one that will accept the award when he
Right.
wins. 'Cause I believe he's going to win.
Yeah. I don't know. I just can't believe that Chatwick
I
is
don't.
gone. It's just hard to even believe,
I
just such
know.
a young man who came in, made such an impact. Every character he played,
Yes.
you could relate to it, understand it. Even his, last performance in Ma Rainey, even though
Oh
I thought it was a
yes.
very dark performance, it let us see him in a different spotlight before he left this earth. So just
Absolutely.
a lot to take in, really it is. All right, well, Kay Renee, today, my dear, is
Yes.
National Homemade Soup Day.
Oh really? And you didn't bring me no soup.
Well, I didn't make it. Well, I made some soup on Sunday. I
Okay.
did, and
Okay.
I do feel guilty. But once I have
Don't
a
feel
couple of
guilty.
bowls of it, I'm like, So, what is your favorite homemade soup, my dear?
Oh goodness, it's got to be chicken noodle.
Really? And do
Chicken
you
noodle,
make
and
a
then
good chicken noodle?
I can't make it. I go to Campbell's. Campbell's makes the best, and Progresso. Those are two of my favorites. But
Okay.
my late nana, as well as my mother, made some good chicken noodle soup.
Uh huh.
But I'm not that soup maker. Although besides chicken noodle, I love me some gumbo. Ooh,
Oh
and
yeah.
Mardi Gras I think is come and gone, but
Yes.
ooh, we need to go down to New Orleans and get some gumbo. That's some good
Yes.
soup.
Yes, yes. Well, I made a chicken tortilla soup on Sunday, and
Oh,
yeah, it was really good. And I love
okay.
making soups. At this time of year, my thing is to put a pot of soup on, or some type of stew or chili, and you kind of can eat that all week. Yeah. Oh my God, somebody
Exactly.
put oxtails. Yeah. Look, I,
Ooh,
I need the
yes.
president. I need the president to lower the price on oxtails. Oxtails is too damn high. Right,
Oh
you get right.
goodness.
Look,
I
you can
haven't had
only buy a
oxtails in a minute.
oxtail. I love oxtails, but you can only buy a tail because that's how they high. Them oxtails is high now, but I love oxtails. I do. Yes.
Wow. Well,
All
now that after the show, I do have some cans of soup in my pantry. So now you make me hungry. I might have to heat me up some soup after this.
See there, there you go. There you go. Soup is always a good thing. It's
Hmm.
filling and. So yes, today is National Homemade Soup Day. So if you guys have not had dinner yet or need to have dinner, you may want to grab you some soup or make an easy, simple soup. All right,
Hmm.
today is also National Girls and Women in Sports Day.
Oh, yay!
Yay!
Yes,
Yay!
yes.
Yesterday was National Female Physicians Day, and
Hmm.
today is now National Girls and Women in Sports Day. And so today we want to dedicate this to a win that Chicago recently got on Monday. Miss Candace Parker, the new WNBA chapter. Candace
Okay.
Parker she became the Sky's biggest free agent acquisition ever on Monday. WNBA. She
Okay.
signed a 2-year contract with the Sky for $385,000.
Oh,
And you know
you
she's
got
from Naperville. She grew up in Naperville. She
right.
was out in Los Angeles. She had been in Los Angeles for quite a while out there. And even though she's 34 years old, she's still the top at the top of her game. And she is a 5-time All-Star and has been named the All WNBA first team ever on 6 occasions. So she's a bad girl. You know what I'm saying?
We've had, I mean, a lot of women athletes, in the Chicago area, especially in the public high school system. Basketball, just had some talent.
Hmm.
So I'm hoping though when you shared that contract though, I'm like, okay, we need to have that increase just a bit because if the boys can get 10 million and 50
Oh
million,
yeah,
we
yeah,
need the women to step. They need to step up to play.
yeah.
When you said that amount, I don't know if I did a side eye because I was like, okay, we need to increase that.
Well,
The
I
wage
mean, we
disparity.
I know, and that's what's so horrible. And that's why I thought I would
Hmm.
bring this up on today
Hmm.
being a day, where we are celebrating girls and women in sports. Yeah, you're right. I mean, $385,000, is nothing compared to what the guys make. But then for, a female basketball player on these teams, that's impressive money. But you're right,
Yeah.
it's not equal. I agree. Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure on a different note, you heard about Rosalind Brewer, who will now be the new CEO of Walgreens, and she
Yes.
signed a $25 million bonus. I said, now you're talking. So the fact that it took all this time for a black woman who is the only black female CEO of a major company to sign that bonus. It's good, but we need to improve upon that. So I'm happy for Candace. Don't get me wrong, Art,
Mhm.
but 380 some thousand. When LeBron, Steph Curry, all these other male basketball players are bringing in bank, we gotta do something about that. So
Okay. All right.
that's just
All right.
me.
I'm with it. No, I'm with it. All
Mhm.
about girl power and equal rights and equality for
Right.
everybody. So now I'm
That's
with you on
right.
the same page. I am. Okay. All right. Well, with that being said, we're going to continue to move on in our news tonight. Do you have any other story you want to bring up, my dear?
Well, we talked about this before we went on regarding Mr. What is his name? That country singer who now has been
Wallen,
disgraced.
Wallen,
Morgan
Wallen,
Wallen. Yes.
Wallen. Yes. Wallen. Ding, ding, ding,
Well,
ding, 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 ding,
Wallen.
ding, 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 ding.
Well,
Ding, ding.
besides the fact his contract is suspended, he's now been deemed ineligible to participate in the American Country Music Awards for 2021. So
Mm,
they're not having that. So what's interesting, his record, because I think I mentioned this to you about his record sales. Been hearing that despite the racial slur, his record sales have been increasing. I haven't found any evidence to that fact, but
mm,
I did know his latest album that which was released on January 8th called Dangerous, the double album, had topped the Billboard 200 for 4 straight weeks. So I haven't seen no evidence um his record sales have increased, but I'm hoping he realizes the damage and the consequences he has done. Because,
yes.
like our sister girl Miss Kim Coleman said last night, there's one thing white folks can do a lot of things, but there's one thing you cannot do. You cannot say the N word because we're gonna
Mhm,
go after you. So,
mhm. Right,
of course, he kept saying, "I apologize. I will do better." Of course, you'll do better because now your money's been tampered with. And when you
right.
mess with a person's money, then that's when they wake up and say, "Oh, I did something wrong." Okay.
But now, as I was saying to you ladies yesterday, and that's only because I've been in this situation a million times. He
Hmm.
he was toe up drunk. He was coming in with somebody, and he turned around and told a friend, "Take that home." And I'm sure the friend was probably Caucasian, but I've heard people. I don't. It's horrible, and it
But
should
see,
never be
when
said.
you
But
remember this
right,
art, when you're drunk, you speak the truth. So
right,
let's cut to the chase.
right,
Even though he
yeah,
said, I'm sorry," he
right.
spoke what he
The
his
truth.
truth.
Right. Take
So
that in home. Yes,
that's right.
absolutely. All right. So we have a comment up here, K Renee, that's probably going to end up being debated. The players drive the gate. Their merchandise garners millions of dollars. Women basketball does not get the numbers that an NBA man gets.
Well, we need to then guess what? We need to change that. Now
Because that,
it
that,
takes women to have 9 months to have a child, so we can change that. Now, how about that?
all right. Well, we've got to go and support the sky then. We've got to start
Exactly. We
going
have to do.
and
I have no
support it.
problem.
And
I have no problem doing that. In
okay.
fact,
All
we
right.
need to find see if we can get Candace Parker on the show. Now, how about that?
Okay. All right. How about that? All right. Very good. So, for those of you all that are just joining us, welcome to the Thursday night edition of the Real Chat Daddy Show. I am your host, Chat Daddy. And sitting next to me is my wonderful co host, the amazing Miss K. Renee.
Hello, hello.
K. Renee, she's over there. Oh, I got
Yes,
it. It's that. No, 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 no,
you
no.
had it right.
Right. She's over
You had it
there.
right.
She's over there. Okay.
Yes, I'm over
Um,
here.
Thank you guys for joining us. It's Relationship Thursday. Coming up in
Mhm,
just a little bit, we're going to do some Dear Chat Daddy mailbag
mhm.
letters that
Ooh,
Kay
ooh.
Renee and I are going to talk about. And then later on in the show, we're going to learn about the life and times of the late, great Miss Josephine Baker, who was
Yes.
truly an icon in many different ways. We have a young lady tonight who's a choreographer, businesswoman, poet, impersonator. She just is a million things. And
Renaissance woman.
we do. We
Renaissance.
love Erika Jarvis. She'll be here with us
Yes.
in just a little bit. And she has a wonderful ladies bra collection that we're going to
Can't
learn
wait.
about tonight. Yes, absolutely. Yes.
And since I've got, I'm very well endowed and I'm proud of
Oh,
that. So I
oh,
want
okay.
to see this broad line because I told you before we came on here. I said I definitely want to support Miss Erica. So I want to check her out.
Okay, now, all right. Well, we gonna glamorize the girls. How about that?
Yes,
Yes.
that's
Okay.
right.
Amen. All right. So for those of you all that are just tuning in with us, you know what we do every night here on the show. We're a health and wellness show, and we want to remind you guys the importance of wearing your mask. We're in the midst of a global pandemic. COVID-19 has been
Yes.
around for just about a year now, and we've lost
Mhm.
a lot of people, over 400,000, 450,000. Am I
Thousand.
correct?
Yes,
Deaths
you.
in the United States from COVID-19.
Mhm.
Our condolences to everyone who's lost a loved one, anyone who has battled COVID-19. But we're here tonight to remind you guys about safety precautions. And with this being Black History Month, I'm featuring lovely a kente cloth mask that was a
Oh,
gift to me.
nice. Oh,
Isn't that nice?
I have to start getting some more mask art.
Yes,
I've
isn't that
being in
nice?
this house, I have
Yes,
not been fashion forward, I must admit. So I
yes,
need to get some more
yes.
masks. But I have,
Okay.
since I'm wearing red, I
Uh-huh.
have my red mask.
Oh,
Uh,
nice. Very
uh,
nice. Okay, well,
I'm
while
gonna
she's doing that,
demonstrate.
we want to remind everyone to please make sure you cover your nose and your mouth. It is so important that you cover it. Do not just have it here. Do not have it here. Do not have it over here. Make sure you cover your nose and mouth nice and tight. Okay, that's the most important thing that you can do. Washing your hands as often as possible is really necessary. If you cannot get the soap and water, we ask that you please get you some hand sanitizer. Look how we do it on this show. You know, we're considered sexy sanitizers, and we're asking people to join the Sexy Sanitizer Club. And so, what you do is you put some sanitizer in your hands, and then look, you do it like this, nice and slow. Look nice and slow. Yes, that's how you do that. Make sure your hands are dry. You don't want to light anything. All right, perfect.
Mhm.
Social distance is the next most important thing that you need to do. 6 feet back, 6 feet away. Social distance is what you need to do. All right, that's right. Point them out. There are 8 emergency exits. Point them out. Yep, there you go. Last but not least, if you're not feeling well, keep your ass in the
In
house.
the
It's that
house.
plain and simple. It really is that plain and simple. Do
That's
not go
right.
out. Stay in the house. Get well and do what's necessary. And if you can get your vaccine, get your vaccine. Okay.
That's
That's what
very
we're telling
important.
you. Very
Yes.
important. All right. So, Kay Renee, my dear, before we get into the letters, I want to talk about this rapper. His name is Little Uzi Vert. Lil Uzivert. So I think that's Little Uzi Vert. Little Uzi Vert allegedly had a $25 million pink diamond surgically implanted in his forehead. How ghetto fabulous is that?
Okay, now I don't mean to judge, and for viewers, I'm not that type of judgment type of woman. But $25 million, you think about this. We're in the middle of a global pandemic, economic disparity. I think you could find better uses for that 25 million. I mean, that's just me, but really,
I
really,
first of
really, Chat
all,
Daddy.
I can only imagine what the piercing or the embedment was like to begin with. Then second, you putting a $25 million damn diamond in your face. I'm with you, K Renee. There's so many things that you could do with that money. And now you're a sitting target because anywhere you go, somebody could decapitate you, kidnap you, any of that for that diamond in your face. You really would have to wear it
Wait,
covered up.
let me ask this question. How old is this rapper?
Oh, probably no older than 30, young. I mean, we ain't talking about
Okay.
this.
I
Yeah.
hope, I wonder if his mother is still living, because if I were his mother, I have some choice words for that little boy, because that's what I would call him. First, I smacked some, social distancing if I could, reach the arm and just like, have you
Man,
lost your
man,
damn
man,
mind?
we're gonna have to call DCFS on you, ma'am. We're gonna have to call you,
Don't
ma'am. Yeah,
call. I
we can't.
I
Right,
snatch him too. God dog it.
ma'am, you're attacking a federal worker. You cannot do that, ma'am. Right, but I'm with you.
And
I'm
I'll
with you.
tell him. I said,
Yeah,
once I
right,
snatch that diamond out, I said, we can split the
right,
proceeds. So you want to
right,
put me in jail? Go ahead.
right.
But you gonna
Yeah,
have some money coming on the side. There's no. I would. I really, honestly, Art. I feel for his mom because she had to carry him for 9 months, and then she's like, my son did this, really?
right. A
Oh
$25,000
no.
diamond in his
You said
damn food.
25,000,
I mean,
25 million.
25 million,
Yeah, that's
25
what I
million. I'm
said.
sorry, 25.
It, it
Look,
heck, if it was 25,
25,000,
it doesn't
25,000.
matter. It
Right,
doesn't matter.
right.
That's
Any of
right.
that. Any look, I just don't get it. I really don't. So we'll
He
keep you
could
guys posted on that.
please keep me posted because I'm just finding that I just can't believe that. Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, right. One of my friends on my other Facebook page said if he got 25 million, mama ain't saying nothing. Right, that's what I'm thinking too, because I'm like, this fool got so much money, honey. Mama was probably ghetto, and you and I come from mamas. We come from, you know what I'm saying? Look, my mother, I begged and pleaded to get my ears pierced. She took me to get my ears pierced and was the one that, coordinated for me. Not,
Now I have a story about that. When
yeah,
I was younger, mom did not want me to get no, my dad did not want me to get my ears pierced. I did not get my first hole until almost 16
okay,
because my late great aunt bought me pearl earrings because a little girl must have some pearls.
right.
I got my second hole when my first year of college because it was out of rebellion. And when I told my mom that, she was mad as hell. She's like, what you doing? And my father was like, well, heck, let her get it piercing in her nose, her belly button. It don't matter. But the
Uh,
reason why my father was concerned, I get it. When girls fight, what we go for? We go for the ear and we snatch it out. So when you do that, blood
oh,
starts coming out. My father said, no, Renee ain't getting no ears pierced. She gonna have to wait till she get older. And I didn't get my
oh,
ears pierced until I was almost 16.
okay. Well, my mom, I think I had graduated high school and all the boys were getting their ears pierced, but we didn't want to make it seem as if I was in a gang. I
Right.
wanted my ears pierced to be cool like everybody else. So instead of me I had both of them pierced at the same time and just had little studs. That's why I've always worn little studs in my ear, maybe hoops when they were popular, whatever. But
Mm-hmm.
I've always had both my ears pierced, and that was something that my mother, took me to get done, Claire's Boutique or somewhere like that.
Right.
back in the
Right.
day. But yes, absolutely. So I've always had my ears pierced. So
Yep.
yes.
And
Hmm.
it's typical for little girls and now little boys because back in our days, little
Right.
boys did not get their ears pierced, but little
Right.
girls, the moment they came in the world, like a couple
Yes.
months, get them studs in. But my dad, he was like, no, because he had seen two girls fight, and the
Right.
girl snatched that hoop, and blood started to be. He told my mom, Renee is not getting her ears pierced until she grown,
Oh
and
my God.
my mom honored that until my great aunt bought me some beautiful pearl studs. She was like,
Okay.
when they going on prom, she gonna need her ears pierced. And so I
Nice.
was in Mississippi in the apothecary, which is now known as a pharmacy, the only apothecary in Anguilla, Mississippi, and that's
Oh
how I got
boy.
my first hole.
Oh my
Yep,
God. All right. Very good. All right. Somebody just said needle, string, straw from the
that's
broom.
right.
Oh my God. In the Robert Taylor Project at 6. Amen.
That's
Yes.
right.
Amen. That's right. Okay. All right. That's amazing how we all can share stories like that of life-changing moments. You get what I'm
Yes,
saying? Yeah,
yes.
that's interesting. All right, so K
Mhm.
Renee, it is time for us to do the Dear Chat Daddy letters. I'll let you
Okay.
go first, ladies first,
Oh my goodness.
uh,
This
and
letter is a
neither one
hot
of us know
mess.
each other's letters, so this is gonna be good. All right, so go right
All
ahead.
right. Okay. It's Dear Chat Daddy, I am a good Christian man. I pay my tithes. My wife and I are very involved in the ministry. I am not gay.
Oh,
My boss invited me to a company party and we both got a little tipsy and ended up in bed with each other.
oh,
This happened a few more times, but we are
oh,
not homosexuals. Sometimes we meet up at guest houses. Other times we meet in private places like the beach or the bushes. I feel bad after we have sex. I pray about it. I want to come clean with my wife, but I recently found out, drum roll please, I'm HIV positive. I'm
hey,
afraid to tell her about my status
uh,
or my activities because I don't want to break up my family. What do I
uh.
do? Sign confused.
Oh boy, that's a tricky situation. Tomorrow is Black HIV and AIDS Day. It really is.
Oh, it really?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. February 5th is Black HIV and AIDS Day tomorrow. And so that's ironic that you even would bring that up. So that's a perfect letter. That's a very precocious situation for a person to be in. Now, here's the deal. I know of this situation and story. I know this situation and story that has happened several times of people who got caught up or in fact, curiosity. My grandmama used to always say, "Curiosity killed the cat, but satisfaction brought him back."
Satisfaction brought him back. That's right.
Satisfaction brought them back. And
Hmm.
so people get like that. People, experiment, they do what they need to do. The sad part is all of the components in here. The boss, now the wife has got to deal with this. Now he needs to come clean because in order to continue to have sex with the wife so this is all just and then to deal with his homosexual tendencies, that's another, I'm not gay, I'm not you something, I mean, I don't know. I don't know, but that's as much as I can say about that without, it's a mess. What do you think, or what questions do you have?
Well, this sounds vaguely familiar about a certain politician, a black politician in Florida,
Yes, yes,
Gilliam, with his
yes.
wife. He was caught
Right,
with his pants down, literally.
right.
Now, my first reaction, Art, honestly, was I hope he gets his insurance affairs in order.
Okay.
That's my guttural, my visceral reaction. Like, get your insurance affairs in order because you may not be living too much longer.
Right.
Because now you've involved me in this. Um, you know what? Honestly, Art, I don't. The letter does not say that. Obviously, they have children, so that's affected, right? We don't know
Hmm.
for sure.
Hmm.
He would need some counseling because he
Oh,
has to deal
absolutely.
with some issues. I don't know if I could stay married to a man like that, be
Okay.
honest. But
Hmm.
if I had children with this man, I would have to learn how to co-parent effectively because I would not want my child or children to be hating on their father. But
Right. Right.
they would have to grow up very quickly because
Yeah.
I would sit them down and tell them the truth. I would not hide anything because they need to
Yeah.
know that. I mean, we're living in different times now. Maybe
Hmm.
30 years ago for this letter to come out, oh, it'd be scandalous,
Right.
very
Right.
scandalous.
Right. Because
Now,
again, this is not uncommon. I do know this
right.
story very well. And and really I do several of the couples did stay together and all of that. You're right. If this had been 30 years ago, unheard of, but nowadays it's it's sad to say, but it's common.
It is common. As I said, my initial reaction was get your insurance affairs in order. That'll be my guttural reaction. But
Okay.
if I had children, I would have to, after calming down, after doing some serious prayers, having my women's circle say, okay, I'm gonna need to really calm down and not think devious. We would have to have a talk. And first, I had to get tested to make sure that I'm not HIV positive. But then we
Hmm.
would have to talk about making that split because I don't know if I could, honestly, knowing me, I don't know if I could live with that. I would have to say,
Hmm.
we could co-parent because,
Hmm.
I would want him to be a good father to our children, but he would not be my husband much longer.
Hmm.
Mm-mm. Couldn't
I
do it.
get it. I get it. I get it 100%. And it's kind of
Hmm.
hard for me to comment anymore on this, but I know the story. It has happened. As I said, some of the stories, the couples have stayed together. Others, the mate ended up moving on, doing something different. But the story
Hmm.
itself is not an unusual story or a story I've not heard before. So,
And
um,
that's the sad part. That is not it's common now. It should
right,
not be common. That's
right.
the sad part.
Right. Yes, I agree. I agree
Mhm.
100%. All right. Are you ready for my letter?
Yes, I'm ready,
All
chat
right.
daddy.
My letter says, Dear Chat Daddy, I'm a 38-year-old female who has been married to my husband since I've been 21, but we've been together since we were teenagers. I was a virgin when I got married to my husband, and to this very day, my husband is the only man I've ever slept with. We
Oh.
have no children, but I've been
Mhm.
pushing my husband towards us having children.
Mhm.
Since I've never had sex with any other man, I've always thought that our sex life was amazing until recently I noticed that my husband is not the same guy who I dated in high school and got married to. My husband is gaining lots of weight. He's really not into sex anymore, and he does not know if he wants to have any children. I'm really worried about our future together. Or it gets better.
Oh.
Recently, while on a Zoom call with some of my girlfriends, one of my friends told us that her husband was able to make her have multiple orgasms in just one night. Chat Daddy, I think I'm mortified and upset because I don't think I've ever had an orgasm with my husband, and I still want to have children before I turn 40. How do I tell my husband that I am not satisfied? Signed, uh-oh.
Oh. Ooh, that's a lot to digest.
It
Um,
is.
let me just say this: for her to be a virgin and then marry him, I applaud her. Um, uh, there's something going
Susan
on.
Carlotta said, how old is she? She's
She's
38,
38. She's
Susan. They got
38.
married at 21 and they were
She's been
high
married
school
17
sweethearts.
years. They've
Right.
been
So
married.
him and her are probably about the same age. Yes.
Right.
Um,
Um, I the fact that he has gained weight and it has not interest in sex, that would really bother me because I would figure there's something mental going on. Because I
yes.
don't care unless, I mean, literally, most men, I can't say all,
Okay.
but most men like to do the do.
Uh-huh.
And if they don't like to do the do, it may not be with you, but gonna be with somebody else.
Uh-huh.
Um, so for him to gain weight, obviously there's a defense mechanism there that he doesn't want to have closeness with his wife. So I would definitely actually find out if they could see an objective therapist to discover what's going on,
Mm-hmm.
because you know it's very this is eerily similar to what I had gone through in my marriage. But when a person adult torso, yes, Susan, that does help. When a person all of a sudden does not have interest in sex, you have to wonder: is it mental? Is it is it physical? Right, could be a medical problem. You don't know, and he has to be open enough to say, "Okay, I want to be able to please my wife. Heck, hopefully he will want to be able to be pleased himself." Right.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so you there needs to be more exploration on this. If he is having an affair, as Susan mentioned, you're gonna know about it, because women and men, they figure it out. They get that level of discernment. When something is not right.
Mm-hmm.
Um, if not I'm speculating here, but I would hope that they've been married a very long time. I would hope the level of their communication is strong, where they can first talk about it, because
Right.
that's one thing you want to do. You
Right.
gotta say, "Hey, honey, I'm having some I got some issues. We got to talk about this."
Right.
Um and just lay it on the line. You've been married for 17 years. You should be able to lay it on the line. Y'all not high school teenagers. Y'all grown men and women. You need to sit
Well,
down
well,
and
well,
talk
here's
about it.
yes. Well, this is what I was gonna say. You were high school sweethearts. You got married at 21. He's the only man you've ever had sex with. So
Right.
obviously, y'all been having sex up to all this time. His
Right.
weight gain again could be a medical issue, a problem, and
Right.
and the wanting to have children. That I can only imagine is probably very painstaking for her, because women do want to have children and by their
Yes.
husbands, all of that. Do I necessarily think he's having an affair? I don't know. But and then I guess that Zoom call didn't help either, with the girlfriend bragging about her man with the multiple orgasms.
Right. Because I mean, if they were having sex regularly and then all of a sudden stops, common sense will probably tell him, well, she's got to ask what's going on, and he has to be honest with her to uh to communicate with her. And one of your viewers is right. He's using food as a crutch. So I mean, the first thing is first. He and her need to have a conversation. They need to talk,
Mm-hmm.
and then from there she can probably identify. Okay, what's the next steps? Can we? Will we need to see someone outside of the two of us to help us navigate our relationship going forward?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Um,
Okay. Because
so
I've had quite a few people tell me that, their sex with their partners just kind of came to an end, and it was, quite a few reasons why it came to an end. But they still very much want to be sexual, and continue to have a great sex life, and I don't know, it's just interesting, huh?
the hard part, now I will say this. Now, of course, when we were coming up, it was very considered very sacred to save yourself for your husband and be that virgin.
Uh-huh.
Now, nowadays, you want to be careful with that, because you want to know what you like. Not,
Right.
not a man, unless he's reading up on, sexual positions, and knowing how to please his woman. You gotta have some variety. Not saying you gotta have
Yes.
all variety, but
Right.
variety is not a bad thing, because then you know
Yes.
what you like and know what you don't like. And
Right.
for her, I feel bad for the fact that, you know in the letter, and correct me if I'm wrong, Chad Daddy, that she's not reached a level of orgasm.
She said
Did I
she
read that
says
right?
she says, I don't even think I've ever had an orgasm with my
Oh,
husband.
I feel so
Right.
bad for her. I
Right.
really do.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be honest with you. I really do, because even though she's depending upon him. This is 2021.
Right.
We in the middle of pandemic. If you don't have no cuddle buddy, you better do it yourself.
Uh,
There's nothing wrong with doing it yourself. Okay. Now I'm gonna keep it real here.
oh Lord,
Raquel's
yeah.
about to come out.
Oh Lord,
Ain't
you done kept
nothing
it too
wrong
real. You done kept it
with
too
doing it
real.
yourself.
You done kept it too real. Oh Lord
So
Jesus, fix me,
I
Lord.
mean,
Oh,
what better person knows their body than yourself? So when you're
right,
able to
right,
communicate with your partner, you can say, okay, this is not working for me, boo. This is working for me. Okay. So,
right.
you know, this is 2021. I'm all about That's right, Susan. All about authenticity and all about being real. And if you need a little help, since again, we're in the middle of pandemic, that's
Mm,
why we have Lover's Lane, the pleasure chest.
mm, mm.
So
I don't know. Oh my God.
that's
Human
all we
touch, human nature. That's what we're gonna have to talk about. We're gonna have to talk about
yes,
that for sure. All right, Kay Renee. Well, I think we did a great job with both of the
yes.
letters tonight. We did. That was really good. We'll have more Dear Chat Daddy mailbag letters coming. We just want to remind everyone, please make sure you're having safe sex. If you're not in a
Yes.
committed relationship,
Amen.
please make sure you wear your rubbers and protect yourselves and do everything that's necessary. Keep in mind, we're still in the midst of a global
That's
pandemic.
right.
On this show, we always say booty calls will not come back until we're at level 6. And that
Right.
and right and right now we only get into what level 4. So
We're on level
it'll
4. So
right, it'll be a
and
minute.
even then you're gonna need, as you put your post out, we're gonna need that HIV test, all
Yes.
the other tests, and definitely a COVID test. Three
Hmm.
days before you even see me. I need to see whether or
Yes.
not you negative. So
Yes. That's a doggone shame, baby. It's
it
easier to
is,
check.
but it
It's
is
easier
what
to
it
check
is.
in a 5-star hotel than it is to check in with somebody now.
But think about this. That means you love yourself enough.
That's right. That's right.
That's
Yep.
all.
Okay. All right. Well, with that being said, we want to remind you guys we are a health and wellness
Yes.
show.
Yes,
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 we are. And we
yes.
want to tell you guys to make sure you wear your mask in honor of Black History Month. Tonight, I have my Black Lives
All
Matter,
right.
Black Lives
Woohoo.
Matter, Afro pick,
Woohoo.
Afro hand. There you go, baby. Black Lives Matter. Make sure you cover
Woo.
your nose and mouth. Do not have your mask down here. Do not all over here. Make sure you have your mask. And there you go. Black Lives Matter right
Mhm.
there. Cover your nose and mouth. Also, wash your hands. Soap and water is the
Yes.
most important thing that you can do. Please, please, please wash your hands. If you don't have soap and water, good old hand sanitizer will do. Get that hand sanitizer, squirt it in your hand like that. Rub your hands together nice. And on here, we do it nice and slow. Look at there. Oh, boy. Yes. I feel like we're doing one of them challenges on TikTok. Oh, boy. Yes, yes. Make sure your hands are nice and dry. Yes. And social distance, 6 feet back, 6 feet in front of you, whatever you need to do, 6 feet. And if you're not feeling well, keep your ass in the
In the
house.
house.
In the house.
And now it's not masket or casket. It's double masket or
Double
casket. How about
mask it.
that?
Double mask
Double
it. That's what
masket or
they're saying.
casket.
That we need to be wearing double masks now.
Double mask, right?
Yeah, they
So if
said
you
we need to
can,
be wearing double masks. Isn't that interesting?
hmm
I don't know. We have a long way to go. We have a
we do.
long way to go. We really, really do. Well,
We
coming
can't
up,
stop wearing. We can't stop wearing masks until Juvember. Remember that.
Juvember, right? Juvember,
Juvember.
right? Juvember of 2025 is when we're going to stop being able to wear the
Okay,
mask.
that's right.
So whenever you find a calendar that has Juvember, and that's Junvember, Junevember. Yes,
Hmm.
Junevember. Yes, that
Yes.
would be on your calendar. All right. Well, coming up in just a little bit, we're going to welcome to the show the amazing Miss Erika Jarvis.
Yes.
Yay.
Yes.
Ain't misbehaving. Yes,
Oh, I
honey. Ain't
love.
misbehaving. I
Yes.
know. I can't wait. We're going to talk about the life and times of the late, great Miss Josephine Baker. So today
Mhm.
is our Friday, but we'll be back Monday night as we continue our Black History Month celebration. Girl, I don't know why I was getting ready to say somebody else's. And did we miss Mardi Gras already? I
Yes.
Oh,
Here's the thing,
dang.
because of COVID, there were no
Right.
floats. All most of the homes were
Oh,
decorated. So they
oh,
did not have the float parade because that would have been a serious super spreader if they had a parade. So all homes
right.
had to be decorated uh
Right.
like Mardi Gras. So none of that, none of
Yeah.
the parade stuff.
You know what? I saw that, but I thought they were, doing the homes in preparation for Mardi Gras. I didn't realize Mardi Gras has come and gone. That oh my God, we
I
normally
believe so.
celebrate Mardi Gras. We normally,
Yes.
yeah, I didn't know that. I have to check. Wow.
Mhm.
Oh, that's too funny. Look, or
But
October,
September. Yep, I like that too.
October, right?
Julember, October.
Right, or September,
Oh, September.
yeah, September, yeah. I love it. Right.
I
Whenever.
love
Just
it
know that's
too.
when it is. That's what it is. Yeah. Oh,
Hmm.
Fat Tuesday is the 13th.
This month.
Yes.
Okay, so it's coming up.
Right.
It's next Saturday.
Mm.
Wow.
So
Okay.
how would Fat Tuesday be on a Saturday?
It's never been on
Me,
a Saturday. That's why it's called Fat Tuesday. It's on a Tuesday. Duh.
why Tika? How could it be? How
How
could
come on
we
Saturday?
can somebody Google, find out, help
Please
us.
let us know.
Please help us,
Why
child.
I never
Please.
know no doggone Fat Tuesday be on a Saturday.
Right. I'm like Fat
Especially the day before
Tuesday.
Valentine's Day. Okay,
Yes.
well,
Well, now that wouldn't be bad though, because that'll be a lot of chocolate and decadence and
oh yeah, but
yeah.
here's the thing. All right, when you're decadent, you forget. So you gotta be mindful. Can't be decadent. You
Oh,
gotta have common sense. If you're gonna be decadent, have common sense.
oh, well, and then wear your mask. Wear your
Yep.
mask.
Now,
I mean,
you know what? Now, I've delved into something the adult industry as far as porn. I've never seen a porn movie with a mask. Now that would be something.
well, now wait, now, okay, Renee. See, now you brought up something that I think is fascinating.
What's that?
If you were to be intimate with somebody right now, would
Hmm.
you be able to find ways to wear a mask and
Yeah.
still be intimate with that person?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. And that's what I was saying. I
Yes.
think you can
Oh
do
wait,
it.
wait.
Yeah.
Did I stutter? Yes.
Right. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And especially if
Mhm.
you get some sexy mask or some kind of I just think it's all an illusion and fantasy anyway. But if still being able to have sex and wear a mask, I just think, some
It
people into
adds it
S&M
adds
anyway.
to the
Right.
allure. It really
Right.
does. I mean, that's foreplay to the nth degree. How about that?
Okay, so a Fat Tuesday is the 16th, so we'll have to
Okay.
celebrate it,
Oh,
right?
okay.
Fat
That's
Tuesday
my
is the
nana. That's
16th.
my nana's birthday.
Okay,
Wow.
well, we'll have to
Okay.
celebrate Fat Tuesday on the 16th. Fat Tuesday is February 16th. All right, so
Okay.
yeah,
Thank
all
you,
right,
X Factor, for
yeah,
checking it out.
thank you, everybody. We appreciate you.
Yes.
And Mardi Gras is on February 16th. All right, so
Okay.
we're gonna have a Mardi Gras show that night. All
Okay.
right,
I'm
that's
about to
what
get
we're
me a
gonna do.
mask.
Yeah,
Give me
we're
a
gonna have
real
a Mardi
mask.
Gras show. Well, I was like, I knew I saw this story about them decorating the homes instead of
Right.
the floats, but I didn't think it was Mardi Gras. So okay, all right, very good. All right, all right, all right. Well, let's continue on with our show this evening. K Renee, anything else you got to say, or you all right? Anything before
I
we bring
think
our next guest on?
I I think we've covered everything, Chat Daddy. I'm just want to make sure. I think we did. I think
Okay.
we did.
All right, very good. All right. When we come back on Monday night, I have no idea what we're gonna talk about, but we'll have another great show. It's gonna be so cold this weekend. I'll probably be able to get any celebrity I want next week because they're gonna be like, "Yeah, I'm at home. It's freezing." So who knows? We may end up having Oprah on Monday night. I don't know because if anybody's in this cold freeze, they will be available to talk. So make sure you
Mhm.
guys join us on Monday night for the Monday night edition of the Real Chat Daddy Show. Don't forget the Super Bowl is coming up this Sunday. Super Bowl
Yes.
55, Kansas City Chiefs versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. If you're in the Chicagoland area, anywhere in the Northeast region of the United States, be very, very careful, you guys. We're expecting snow and cold temperatures.
Yes.
Here in the Chicagoland area, the cold temperatures are supposed to last lasts for 9 days. 9 days, it will not get above 20 degrees in the city of Chicago.
It'll be single digit. That's why a cuddle buddy request. I have
Yes.
no problem with you being a cuddle buddy, but you gotta have that HIV, that COVID, and bring your own blanket.
And bring their own blanket.
Bring your own blanket.
Yeah, that is true. That well, you know what? That's funny you say that because they're even saying that if you are giving a Super Bowl gathering, have people to bring their own everything, you know.
That's
So
right.
that is true. Anybody who visits my home, I have hermetically sealed bags of things for them. So they have
Okay.
to take their shoes off at the door, you know, and so then they can
Mm-hmm.
put on slippers or socks or whatever. And then if
Right.
if you want a throw blanket, I wash them and put them in a bag and give them a
Mm-hmm.
throw blanket. Right. And
Mm-hmm.
then that way, yeah, that's what you do. So
Bring your blanket.
absolutely. Bring your blanket, baby. Bring
And,
your
and you
blanket.
and you and had definitely had that mask on.
And
That's
have
right.
that and bring your sexy mask if you're ready
Bring
to
that
do the
sexy mask on,
right. If
honey.
you want to do the boom boom. Well, speaking of sexy, our next guest this evening,
Oh,
when I say to
yes.
you guys, she is channeling Josephine Baker. You guys are in for a real treat tonight. Our
Yes.
next guest not only is a successful businesswoman, but she's a dancer, choreographer, producer, impersonator, designer, podcast host, and author. I got a chance to
Renaissance
go.
woman.
Renaissance
Renaissance woman.
woman, baby.
Yes.
Renaissance woman. I got a chance to go to one of her live shows a few years ago. And this woman
Really.
is just the essence of eroticism, the essence of elegance of a woman. And her
Oh,
portrayal of Josephine Baker is just incredible. Erika Jarvis is her name. And she also has a custom bra line, Miss B. Haven's Intimate Apparel. And so tonight she's here to talk about the life and times of the incredible Miss Josephine Baker, but we're also going to get a look at her amazing bra line. Ladies and
yes.
gentlemen, the one and only Miss Erika Jarvis. Yay! Hello,
Yay!
darling.
Hello, hello.
How are you, my dear?
Oh, I'm fabulous. I'm fabulous.
Yes,
How are you two doing?
Hi, Miss Erica.
yeah,
You looking gorgeous, honey. Gorgeous.
Looking
yes.
beautiful.
Don't
Thank
you look
you.
amazing? Yes. So, Erika, do us a favor. Tell everybody about your background. You're such a phenomenal dancer. You're an award-winning actress. Just tell everybody who you are.
It's so it's always strange to hear introductions for me. Um but I'm totally grateful and blessed to be able to experience all of these adventures. But my background ranges from goes all the way back from high school. My dance teacher, Miss Deidre Dawson, she pushed me. That's my dance mama, and she pushed me to just move on and take classes and I had a scholarship with Joseph Holmes when they were going on. And I just been like just moving and grooving. Columbia College, the
Mhm.
dancing at Columbia College, they helped me propel and learn. I've learned how to produce shows from them and then the experiences with B96 out of all out of all radio
Really?
stations. You dance with
Yeah.
B96. I was all into hip hop and house dancing and everything. And once I got into the club scene, just watching dancers just free and that became my other dance education. You know, you can only
Mhm.
learn so many counts and music measures in school, but once you get into the real world, the dance floor, you really
Mhm.
learn how to improvise. You really know how to just really express yourself. And I remember going to this one club, Red Dog, when it was open in Wicker Park,
Yes.
and I was just like floored because it was like a bunch of dancers just came. It was like fame just came in and they high kicks, twirls, and everything. And I'm sitting there like, and, and one of the dancers came up to me and they're like, do you be free? And that was the best advice I've ever received
Mhm.
when going into the scene. And I just been going at it. I wanted to do shows. I wanted to express myself. When I wasn't booked for a show, I'm like, okay, I'll do my own show. I'm like, let's just go ahead and start my own show and see what happens. Let's just throw some glitter in the sky and see if it's going to
Right.
either be a thunderstorm or a rainbow.
And look, and you do a great job. You really do. You've been channeling Josephine Baker now for a number of years. And when I say to you, when you do the performance of Josephine Baker, it's just incredible. First of all, what drew you to Josephine Baker? And then tell us some amazing things about the life of Miss Josephine Baker.
My pleasure. Okay, now here's that. But I started learning about Josephine Baker, of course, from the 1991 HBO movie that starred Lynn Whitfield, the Josephine Baker story. And I was like, wow, she's amazing. So of course, I'm a nerd. I'm reading books. I'm trying to find everything about her. And I was already doing the family shows called Take Time for Your Show. Take Time for Your Soul, excuse me. And a friend of mine encouraged me to do an erotic show, just an erotic variety show. And that's how Unleash Your Inhibitions came about. And I'm booking everyone and I'm planning everything, but I didn't know what I was going to do. And a friend of mine just said, well, who do you admire? And I said, I love Josephine Baker. And he's like, do it. I was like, wait a minute. She was topless and my parents come to my show. And he's like, well, just, flip it, twist it around and do you. And that's what really got me going. I said, okay. Wow. And I had JoJo Baby from Red Dog make my banana skirt. Let me show you my banana skirt that I had. I've been doing Josephine for over 10 years now, and here's my costume.
Oh my! Oh my!
Oh my goodness!
Yes, your bananas are all in the right places. Yes. Right. Oh my! And I noticed your bananas are not bruised, and they not, they look good. Yes.
No, I try to take care of my babies.
Yeah. So, 10 years of impersonating Josephine Baker, you've had to study up on her just in the history in her life and how she lived. And so the one thing, what would you say you learned the most about studying Josephine Baker?
Oh, wow. Aside from what I've learned and just watched from the movies, it's just fun facts. I like fun facts, just random things. I learned that her favorite food was spaghetti, just things like that. I'm like,
really? Okay. That's everyday people food. You know what I'm saying? Right. We all love spaghetti. Yeah.
We all love spaghetti. But I just learned that she was just very passionate, such an exhibitionist, of course, but she was just very passionate about everything that's done. She's never, what I took away from Josephine in her entire life, she's never a half-assed person. It's like, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it full out. The world is my stage, and I'm going to live out loud. And I was very reserved back in the day before Josephine, showing legs and all that stuff. I'm just like straight baggy clothes and everything. So I really stepped out of my comfort zone. And I learned. Say what?
This is coming out of your. See, I always thought this was so you were really shy before all of this.
Yeah, I'm still kind of shy. Like I get weird.
She's a true introvert, Art, but that's okay.
Right. That's amazing. I would have never known that. That is amazing to me.
Yeah. So learn from that, from Josephine, just to live out loud. And I just been doing it. I just been enjoying myself and really challenging myself, and my family and my friends have just been like true supporters and just really like, just do it. I'm like, okay, because I could be an overthinker. So it's like, what would Joe do? Okay.
What would she do? That is true. That's very true. So let's talk about this wonderful custom bra collection you've started, Miss Behaven's Intimates. Let's talk about those and whatever you want to show us and talk about. We're ready for that.
And I
Sure.
love the play. I love the play on words, Erika. Love it because I
Thank
got it
you.
immediately. I said, "Go ahead." I love
Yeah.
that.
Thank you. Thank you. You know, misbehaving bras, it started accidentally. I've always made costumes for myself. I just, add a little bling here and there just for my own shows. And during the pandemic, I just started like playing around some more. I'm like, I got time. And so I just started making them, and then I posted them, and then ladies were like, "Hey, can you make me one?" And I'm like, "Sure." And then women were like, "Well, do you make them in my size?" And I'm like, "I'm not scared of you, So, if you're a D cup, if you're, triple, whatever, H, double H's. I think my largest size so far has been a double H. So, I'm not scared of real estate. I'll cover. I'll cover
I
girl.
love it.
Mhm. Wait a minute. You said the largest size was what that you did?
Double H art. Double H.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ooh, Lord.
the largest size so far has been a double H.
Lord,
I'm
them some big old witties.
I'm
Wow.
I'm
Yeah,
I'm in
yeah,
good I'm in
and
good
she looks
company.
fabulous. So yeah, so
Wow.
bathing bras. I have two mannequins here, but I'll show you up close. So this is my Black History Month one.
Oh, I
Oh,
love it.
beautiful.
I
So
Beautiful.
what I'm
love
showing
that,
you
Erika.
are my size, but of course, I do them in other sizes. And
That's beautiful.
I'm gonna just set the heels because if it falls, I'm just gonna have it stick. Uh,
Right.
and then here's my breast cancer awareness bra.
Oh,
Oh
So
nice.
boy, oh boy.
pearls and I put
I
some
love
jewelry on
that.
there. Thank you, thank you.
So now
So
let me ask you this, and they're all custom made, correct?
they're all custom made, and I just whatever comes to mind. If someone gives me an idea or they have favorite colors, then I'll do that for them.
Ooh,
So that's like my winter white one,
I
and
love it.
this one, this is kind of it's still but some people like not a lot of bling, but they like just enough so they can wear it underneath.
Mhm.
And
Oh,
this is and then here's the last one I'll show you. My seashell collection, because I am a water baby. So
Okay.
so I got some
Oh,
shells on this one.
wow.
This got some weight
oh,
to it too.
I bet.
okay.
Way to it. So in addition to the misbehaving bras, I have my pasties. I do pasties, of course. So these are one of the pasties.
Oh.
And I also have, this is my favorite. This is what I call my bad bunny. It's perfectly imperfect. So here's the bad bunny mask. It's a mirrored mask.
Oh,
So
wow.
that's
Oh, you know what? That Bad Bunny, I might have to give me one of those. Yeah, I
Heck
like
yeah.
that.
We
I
got
like
that Mardi
that.
Gras show art. That'd be
Yeah,
good.
look, I like that Bad Bunny now. That's
Me
cute.
too.
Put a little mask on with that Bad Bunny. You might be
Mhm.
going somewhere. Yeah.
hey.
What?
Mhm.
What's this? Oh, this
And
was
so this
nice
is
too.
yeah, the Phantom of the Opera. I put
That's what I
some
thought.
mirrors
Oh,
too.
nice.
That's
Yeah.
beautiful too.
Thank
Wow.
you.
And
Thank
so
you.
how long does it take you to do an average bra? So, because I admire your work on social media, but from beginning to end, how long does it take you?
Oh wow. Depending on the size, the cup size, and depending on the details of what they want. If they want blinged out, total blinged out, then it take a couple of hours, especially if some of them are special order where they want certain colors or certain patches. Some ladies like to add a little patch to represent their island or whatever. So I would say a couple of hours it takes me. So it can range from 2 to 6 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
so it's
Wow. And so I guess ladies would wear these to like a pool party or for their guy, or because this is not the average bra you just get up and go to work in. I mean, unless you're going to get on the stripper pole. I
Well,
mean,
if you go, well,
Stop.
yeah, but or if you're, you can be a burlesque artist or
right,
showgirl
right.
and perform with these. Some ladies like to wear them just as like underneath. They have and over they have like a sheer something or a
Okay,
little cute jacket. So it's really fun for like club wear too,
okay.
and of course the festivals. So I'm just kind of, I'm being optimistic and hopeful that, when people act right and we can get these numbers down, that they can show these bras off and just have a good time.
Yes. So, how have you had to pivot with your shows and performances with COVID? The one thing I thought was so beautiful is that you went out and took pictures in the streets when the streets were empty last year and did some beautiful shots. But how have you pivot your entire just erotic production and all of that, since this COVID has happened?
Oh, speaking on behalf of a lot of artists out there, I know the struggle is real. Just keep going, keep creating, keep doing it, keep busy because I mean, it can be such a killjoy, a drag when you just kind of like used to being out. So, what I've done, my Unleash Your Inhibition shows, we're such a touchy feely group and everything. And I'm like, how can we flip this around? So we taking it to just virtual. We did a virtual show a couple of months ago, and we did two shows, actually, two virtual shows, and it was a hit. So we pre-recorded our show. So I had my artists. We picked a place. We had David Weathersby direct and film, who's the award-winning director of Beach Body
Is yeah,
Ball.
yeah,
And then I had my models, and we were all, very limited space. And my artists, they did their thing, filmed it, and then aired it, and had just a Zoom showing. And
yeah,
people bought tickets and everything, and that's how we supported the cause. So I'm looking forward to doing it again, doing another virtual show
yes.
um, next couple of months, and hopefully, we can just keep it moving. We're just trying to stay out there and let people know we're still thinking of them and we want to stay connected.
Oh my God, Erica, we just love you. You did an
Oh my
outstanding
goodness.
job tonight. You
Yes.
really, really did. This was
Thank you.
great. K Renee, anything you want to say to our bling master?
Well,
She gonna have
she's a
everybody's
that
bosom blinging.
that is my erotic sister. So, the
Oh, I
fact
like that.
that I love it. Well, Erica, first and foremost, I'm gonna be a client because I'm gonna definitely
Okay.
need one of your bras. But whatever I can do to help promote who you are, you just let me know because you are
Thank you
truly
so much.
living your authentic self. And that
Thank
is
you so
what
much.
people need to see. If more people could truly be authentic and live their best life, we would be in a different world. So I'm
Thank you.
just really
Thank you
glad
so
to
much.
meet you, and I'm looking forward
I'm
to
glad to meet
my
you
customized
too.
bra.
That's right. Get the tatas.
Yes, yes,
Yes,
yes.
yes, yes.
Very
I
good.
appreciate I appreciate the time. It's been a blast, and I love dressing up. So my sons were like, "Okay, we're closing our doors now," and I'm like, "Good." So
So
they
look,
know
I
Mama's about
put
to
it up.
dress up and act up.
Right. I just put it up here on the screen. Misbehaving's Intimates. How can people find you, darling? Where can they find you at?
They can find me on Instagram as misbehaving underscore shy, CHI, or on Facebook, misbehaving intimates.
All right, very good. Miss
Yes.
Erika Jarvis, you guys, misbehaving intimates. Erica, show us that banana skirt one more time, girl. We got to see that banana skirt, baby.
Yes.
Yes, the one and only Miss Josephine Baker in honor of Black History Month. Look at there.
Yes.
Look at there. Them
Woo-hoo.
bananas in all the right places. Go,
Woo-hoo.
Josephine. We appreciate you. We
Thank
love
Oh my
you,
you.
honey.
goodness.
We love you. Good night,
Love
baby.
you. Thank
All right.
you.
Thanks for stopping
Great
by,
night. We
Erica.
love you.
Good night.
See you
Good
later.
night.
Oh, that was
Oh
great.
my
That was
goodness.
excellent.
Oh,
That was so much fun. Look, the
Yes.
bananas was in the right places.
Yes, they
Mine.
were.
Yeah,
Yes,
that was
they.
very
And
nice.
she was. I mean, I truly believe she. Oh, I wonder if she did genealogy because I then that would be something if she was actually related to Josephine Baker
Yeah, but
because
she
she does resemble
sounds
her very much.
doesn't she? She does.
Mhm.
And I'm telling you, her show is wonderful. Once we open back up, we'll have to go support her again. But she is just
Absolutely.
an amazing woman. I love her. And I've been watching the progress of the bra business on social media. I'm like, girl,
Okay.
I think that's a great idea. That's cute. And she does
Absolutely.
really great bras. They are just
Well,
beautiful.
well,
Yeah.
I will be a customer. Trust and believe that.
All right. All right. I can't wait to see you bling bling. We might have to feature you on the show one night.
Oh Lord, I don't know about all that, but yes.
It'll be our after dark show. Our after dark
Right,
show.
our after dark show. We'll do that.
Yeah. All right. All right. Well, darling, is there anything else we need to talk about?
No, it's been a great week. I mean,
Yeah.
you've
Yeah.
had some wonderful guests
Yeah.
and just highlighting Black History Month. We will continue to do that throughout the month of February. But as I said earlier in my nuggets, Black history is our history, and Black history is 365 days a year. It's just designated in February. And now I know the reason why Carter G. Woodson wanted it in February because of Frederick Douglass and also with President Abraham Lincoln. They were both born in February. I get why he wanted it. I still feel we got shortchanged. We could have had any other month, but February, I get it. I
Yeah.
understand, Carter G.
Yes.
But
Yes.
Black history to me is every day. We are making
Right.
history each and every day, and it's up
Yes.
to us to keep that tradition. It's up to us to share the legacy with our younger counterparts because they don't know our history. They don't
Right.
know what our ancestors had to go through to get what we are right now, to have a communication, to have a show like we're having now. Can you
It's
imagine
the
in
freedom of speech,
1818?
all of that. Yep.
Right,
Yep.
in
All of that.
1918, could we have had a show like this?
No.
No.
No. Are you kidding me? No.
No.
We'd have been the band Negroes. The band Negroes. Yeah.
Right.
Yes. Amen. Well, I love you, my dear. Tell everybody your website real quick.
Yes, as always, you can catch me at Karen's Nuggets of Knowledge on my
Karen's
website.
Nuggets of Knowledge. I got to put it back in the system. Yes, Karen's Nuggets of
Facebook,
Knowledge.
Karen's Nuggets of Knowledge. Instagram, Karen's_knowledge. And if you're on LinkedIn, I'm at Karen R. Mason. And before we go, I have to give my nugget. And this nugget actually
Go right
is
ahead, love.
from George Washington Carver. And he
Oh,
said, remember, fear of something is at the root of hate for others. And hate within will eventually destroy the hater. And that's Tell It Like It Is Thursday. Hashtag drop the mic. Hashtag your choice. It is your choice to decide whether you're going to hate or you're going to love. Remember that.
yes, ma'am. You're absolutely right about that. You're absolutely right about that. All right. Well, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, for more information about yours truly, please visit therealchatdaddy.com. Therealchatdaddy.com. It's right there. I appreciate you guys so much. We'll be back Monday night, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, with all the updates of gossip and entertainment from the weekend, all the other things that we talk about. Can't go a day without using something that a person of color didn't,
Amen,
which is
X
very
Factor.
true. Very true. That is very true.
Amen.
That's
That's
right.
right.
That's right. Black History Month 2021. We appreciate you guys so much. On behalf of my beautiful and wonderful co-host, the amazing Miss K. Renee of Karen's Nuggets of Knowledge, and yours truly, Art Chat Daddy Sims, I just want to thank you guys so very much. Do me a favor. Go over to YouTube and please subscribe to the show on YouTube. K. Renee, tell them how they can do that over there.
Not only go to subscribe, hit that notification bell, because when you hit that notification bell, it automatically generates a notification for you for upcoming episodes, past episodes of The Real Chat Daddy. And if you just want to know about Real Chat Daddy, go back to his site and you'll
Yep.
find out everything you need to know about the grand poobah of chatting.
Oh,
Mr. Art
thank you,
Chat Daddy
darling. Thank you.
Sims.
Thank you. My grand poobah wife, yes, Miss K. Renee Mason. I feel like we're on the Flintstones. I
Oh
do. I
no.
feel like, yeah, I like we're on the Flintstones. Yes, amen. All right, you guys, please, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be very, very cold. So make sure you
Yes.
stay warm, do the
Yes.
right things. Make sure you put batteries in your smoke detectors. Make sure your
Hmm.
CO2 detectors are working. Be careful with your space heaters.
Yes.
If you get a cuddle buddy, make sure everybody's tested, safe, all of that good stuff.
Amen.
And we love you guys so very much.
We
God bless
do.
you all. Thank you for joining us
Mwah.
tonight. Have a
Have a
great
great weekend.
weekend. We'll
Stay
see you
safe, wear the
later.
mask, and stay
Yes,
warm.
yes. Amen. Talk to you guys later. See you Monday.
Bye.
Bye.